Step to the front of your mat. Bring your feet all the way together to touch. Palms down by your sides, facing forward. Stretch your fingers away from your shoulders. Open your chest here. Engage the entire body and bring your full awareness into yourself from the tips of your toes all the way up to the crown of your head, back down all the way into your fingers. Bend your elbows here and bring the palms of your hands together, allowing your eyes to softly close, but keeping your inner vision awake and alive. Begin to connect your mind to the Ujjayi breath, listening for the sound of the breath inside of your mind, feeling as though it moves in and out of the back of the throat, even though it's moving in and out through the nose. Begin to exert some effortful control over the rhythm of the breath, making the sound smooth and soft, and the breath even in length, inhaling and exhaling, using a count inside the mind if that works for you. Begin to turn all of your sense organs inwards, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your sense of touch and taste, cultivating the mindset that embraces yoga, the union of the small self and the large self. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Beginning with Surya Namaskar A, inhale, arms up, eyes up, palms touch. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch the front body. Exhale, back into Chaturanga, push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust your body here and then bring your vision to your belly button or your pelvic bone, keeping the rhythm of your breath stable and smooth. Finish the exhalation as you lift the heels, bend the knees. On the inhale, come lightly to the front of the mat. Keep the inhale flowing as you stretch the front body, and exhale, fold. Push through the feet as you inhale, rising up. Arms go all the way up, palms touch, vision to the tips of the thumbs. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, eyes up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, skip plank, jump right into a push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep the pressure of the hands even between the right and the left side, pushing into the floor and drawing the energy up the arm bones into the shoulders. The shoulders move to the buttocks. Feel as though the skin of the buttocks slides down the back of the legs, connecting the heel as close to the earth as possible on the right and left sides. Finish the exhale. On the inhalation, lightly come to the front of the mat and stretch the front body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, eyes up, breath up. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep the rhythm of the breath smooth and steady, letting that be the focal point for your practice, more so than how deep you get inside of the poses. Finish the exhalation and use the inhale to come all the way to the front of the mat, stretching the front body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, eyes up, breath up. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, stretch the front body. Exhale, keep the length as you fold. Inhale, lengthen again, and on the exhalation, take yourself back to push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Study yourself clearly inside of the poses, using the breath to navigate every point in the body. Finish the exhale, use the inhale to lightly come forward to the front of the mat, stretching and lengthening the front of you. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, eyes up, palms touch. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, fold, push back at the hips. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, push up position. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, keeping that length in the front body, making it as even as possible with the back body. Connect the mind to the rhythm of the breath and keep the vision stable. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Use the inhalation to bring you lightly forward to the front of the mat as you lengthen the front body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, samastiti. Surya namaskar B, begin in Utkatasana. Inhale, arms up, the buttocks comes down towards the heels. Exhale, push back at the hips, fold. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, push up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. The right leg comes forward for warrior one on the right side. Keep the hips low. Exhale, back into a push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The left leg comes forward for warrior one on the left side. Inhale, palms touch as you reach up. Exhale, surrender down, right back into a push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finish the exhalation and use the inhale to lightly come to the front of the mat, lengthening the front body. Exhale, fold. Come back through Utkatasana, buttocks come down, arms come up, and then exhale, samastiti. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, arms up, eyes up, butt down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take yourself back to a push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Long inhale, the right leg comes forward for warrior one, arms up. Exhale, a long exhale, the foot steps back into a push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes forward, right heel connects to the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect the mind to the rhythm of the breath, slowing the breath down and smoothing out the sound. Finish the exhale and use the inhalation to bring yourself all the way to the front of the mat. Lengthen here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, arms up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, push back at the hips, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, left heel connects to the ground. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes forward, arms up, palms connect. Exhale, come back to the push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Feeling the rhythm of the heart speed up slightly here. Use the breath to keep the body calm. Finish the exhalation. Lightly come forward to the front of the mat and lengthen the front body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back through chair pose, Utkatasana, palms touch. Exhale, samastiti. Inhale, arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, warrior one, keep the hips low. Exhale, chaturanga, push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, warrior one, keep the hips low. Exhale, chaturanga, push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Feeling the rhythm of the practice begin to increase as the rhythm of the body is warming and speeding up. Keep the rhythm of the breath calm and collected. Finish the exhale. Use the inhale to lightly come forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back through Utkatasana, chair pose, and then exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, Utkatasana. We begin the standing practice here, holding Utkatasana, feeling as though the arms are shooting straight out from the heart. The buttocks are down, the knees are together, the chest is lifted, the head is back. Interlace the fingers as you press the hands up towards the sky, keeping the heels on the ground. Lean forward here until the wrists, elbows, shoulders, and buttocks come in one line. Begin to lift the heels high up off of the ground, keeping the knees together if possible, finding your balance here. Look forward just a little bit in front of the feet. Keep the vision stable. Keep the heels lifted, place the two hands onto the ground. Prepare yourself for crow pose, bringing the knees into the backs of the upper arms. Holding here if you have crow pose. Otherwise, just play around with coming in and out of it, lifting one foot up and then another. Use the exhalation to jump yourself all the way back to the back of the mat, and then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Standing poses on the right side of the body. Bring the right leg forward for warrior one. Holding a warrior one position, settle into it. Rhythm of the breath stays smooth and even. Keep the feet exactly as they are, and exhale, open up into warrior two. Look forward towards the middle finger on the front hand. Look down towards the big toe as you straighten the front leg, coming into trikonasana, triangle pose. Bring the upper arm down until you see the palm of the hand. Lock the feet in place by pushing them slightly away from each other, keeping them bone straight, and then looking to the palm of the hand. Inhale and rise it up towards the ceiling, keeping the vision connected to the thumb. Exhale, swap arm positions. Now bringing that left hand outside of the right foot. Inhale and bring the right arm up towards the ceiling, looking towards the thumb here. Revolving triangle pose. Exhale for Parshvakonasana. Bend the front knee, take the right hand to the outer foot or the elbow up onto the thigh and stretch the left arm up and over, looking towards the palm of the hand. Find a nice straight line from the back heel all the way out through the fingertips of the uplifted arm. Keep the rhythm of the breath smooth. One more inhale. Exhale, switch arm positions, now taking the left hand outside of the right foot if possible. Otherwise, the hands can come into prayer. If you take the hand outside the foot, bring the right arm up and over, again looking to the palm of the hand, looking for this line from the back heel out through the fingertips. Revolving Parshvakonasana, Parivrita Parshvakonasana. Exhale, look down towards the ground. Both hands come down. Step yourself back into a push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Prepare for our first Pincha Mayarasana. The elbows drop down to the ground. If you're working on Pincha, you can take your mat to a wall here, or you can simply play around with kicking up, as at some point you have to let go of the wall completely. If you're still working on shoulder stability and strength, you can do push-ups, lifting the elbows up off the ground and exhaling as you drop them back down onto the ground, inhaling, lifting them up, exhale, dropping them down. Find the pose that's right for you in your own progression. Exhale, release whatever you've chosen, and lift the elbows off of the ground. Come into downward facing dog. The left leg comes forward for standing poses on the left side. Coming into warrior one, keep the hips low, reach the arms up, connect the palms of the hands, and keep the arms as straight as possible here. Notice if you've lost the rhythm of the breath and reignite this Ujjayi breathing, bringing the energy up and up and up. Exhale, open the arms for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, looking towards the middle finger on the front hand. Exhale, straighten the front leg, reach down with the peace fingers and grab the big toe. Bring the upper arm down until you see the palm of the hand, preparing for trikonasana. Looking at the palm of the hand, inhale, bring the arm all the way up, and then connect the vision to the thumb here. Exhale, bring the left hand outside, or the right hand outside of the left foot, and inhale, bring the right arm up towards the sky, revolving triangle pose, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Exhale, the upper arm comes down and slides outside of the foot for side angle pose, Parshvakonasana. You can also take the elbow onto the thigh if that works for you. Otherwise, reach the upper arm up and over, looking to the palm of the hand. Again, trying to find this straight line from the back heel all the way out through the tips of the fingers. Exhale, switch arm positions, coming into revolving side angle pose, Parivrtta Parshvakonasana. The opposite arm comes up and over, again looking to the palm of the hand. Finish the exhalation, place both hands on the ground and step yourself back into a push-up position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the elbows down to the ground once more for some pincha work. If you have pincha mayarasana, kick up and hold. Otherwise, just play around with it. Remember, the pose doesn't have to look perfect, and this is your practice. Practice means you're working on something. It's not meaning that you're performing here, and there's no one around to see you. If you fall out, just go right back in. Exhale as you take both feet down if they were ever up in the first place. Inhale as you lift the elbows off the ground, coming back into downward facing dog. Step the hands about a hand's width distance back and then push off the ground as you reach to the back of the mat, hooking the big toes with the peace fingers, Padangustasana. Stretch the front body and then exhale, fold. Keep the connection of the fingers onto the big toe strong as you pull yourself into the pose, and then take the vision all the way to the belly button, feeling this compression. Inhale, lengthen the front body as you stretch the arms, release the big toes and slide the hands now underneath the feet for Padahastasana. The toes come all the way up to the wrists as you spread the fingers out here, connecting each fingernail to the ground. Inhale as you lengthen the front body. Exhale as you fold. The elbows bend out to the side. The vision goes up to the belly button. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale here and release the hands from under the feet. Then interlace the elbows and take them back behind the head, coming into a variation of Uttanasana. Allow the body to lengthen here, especially the front body, as you pull the elbows away from the buttocks. Begin to use the power of the breath, now swinging in towards the legs and away from the legs a little bit. Exhaling in, inhaling away, exhaling in, inhaling away. Keep the legs as straight as possible, and then use one big inhalation to bring yourself all the way up to standing. Once you come to standing, release the elbows and release the arms. Bring the feet together to touch. You should be at the back of the mat now. The hands come all the way up towards the ceiling. Palms face each other. Rise up onto the tippy toes. Using the breath, begin to lightly step forward to the front of the mat. Heels are lifted off the ground. Small steps in a straight line. A knee lifts up towards the chest and comes down. Once you reach the front edge of the mat, fingertips come together. Take a big step to your right as you open up your arms and your legs for Prasarita Padottanasana series. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, the hands come down. The fingertips are lined up with the toe tips or back behind the heels, depending on your flexibility. The crown of the head comes to the ground and the elbows bend. If you find that these poses are very challenging for you to get the head down to the ground, take a downward facing dog position with the upper body. And for the next 4 variations of this practice, of this posture, keep that position, working to lengthen the spine here. Otherwise, if the elbows have bent, you stay here for just another breath. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale. Inhale, the arms come all the way up, the palms touch, and then release the hands behind the back body, coming into reverse prayer. You can grab the wrists or the elbows if reverse prayer is difficult for you. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the front body, and then exhale, descend, pushing the hips back, coming to the crown of the head or the back of the skull, depending on your level of flexibility. Again, if these poses are difficult for you, maintain that downward facing dog position of the upper body. Inhale, rise all the way up, release the hands, palms touch, a long inhale. Exhale, take the hands behind you. Interlace the finger in that way that feels least comfortable. Then lengthen the front body on the inhale and exhale, descend. The crown of the head or the back of the skull come to the ground. As the arms reach up and over, the hands may also touch down onto the ground. Keep the breath rhythm smooth and steady, worrying less about your depth in the physical body in the pose and more about your depth in the concentration and the focus. Finish the exhalation and use the inhale to come all the way up, arms up, palms touch, a long inhale. Exhale, reach down and grab the big toes with the peace fingers. Pull strongly up to lengthen the front body, and then exhale once more. The crown of the head comes to the ground or the back of the skull, depending on your level of flexibility. Try not to lean back with the weight into the heels too much and the buttocks falling back behind the heels, but instead keep the ankles, the knees, and the hips in one line. Inhale, lengthen the front body, and then bring the elbows down to the ground. Samakonasana, a wide leg split position, middle splits. Begin to stretch the 2 legs apart from one another, coming to your level of discomfort. So you're not wanting to injure yourself, but you're definitely wanting to push your limits here. Hold the belly in and up. Walk the feet slightly towards one another as you inhale, and then exhale. Go to face the back edge of your mat as you come into Hanumanasana or the splits position. If you don't have the splits, you can take any variation that works for you, bending the back knee or the front knee as is necessary. If you have the full splits, arms up, inhale, exhale, descend over the front leg. Inhale, rise all the way up, and then move slowly as you feel the femur bones moving inside the hip sockets, turning to face the front edge of the mat now, coming into Hanumanasana on the opposite side. If you have the splits, arms up, reach up, and then exhale, descend over the front leg. If you don't have the splits here, or you're in some modified variation of the splits, don't come into the fold. Find what's right for your practice, and then work to gain flexibility in the proper way with wisdom. Inhale, rise up. Once again, move slowly as you feel the femur bones, the large bones of the upper leg, move inside the hip sockets and come into this wide leg seated forward fold. First, sitting straight up, arms up, look up. Exhale, reach out and grab the outer edges of the feet. The feet don't have to be very far apart from each other here. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, the chest comes to the ground first and eventually the forehead. If it's too difficult for you to reach out and grab the outer edges of the feet, again, you can bring the hands in front of you like in that downward facing dog position of Prasarita Padottanasana, lengthening and stretching here, keeping the chest lifted. Finish the exhale, inhale, arms up, palms touch, and then bring the right arm inside the right thigh, reaching up and over and grabbing the outer edge of the right foot with the left arm. If that doesn't work for you to reach up and over, you can always reach in front of you and grab that foot, and then ratchet your body as you twist at the rib cage to turn and look up underneath the armpit. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, go in the opposite direction. Once again, either reaching up and over to grab the outer edge of the foot, or if you need to, reaching in front of the body to grab the foot, and then twisting yourself underneath the upper arm, looking under the armpit. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms come up and touch, look up, and then exhale once more, reach out and grab the outer edges of the feet. If this doesn't work for you, you can take the hands in between the thighs, working on lengthening the spine. Otherwise, inhale, and on the exhale, bring the chest down, the chin down, and lastly, the forehead. Inhale, lengthen the front body, and exhale here. Inhale, palms come up and touch, look up, then exhale, turn to face the leg at the back of the mat, framing the leg with one palm on the inside and one palm on the outside. Do a little push-up here as you lift the butt and possibly the heels off of the ground. Take yourself back down and go to the opposite side, now framing the leg forward towards the front of the mat, one hand on the outer thigh, one hand on the inner thigh, lift up. You can pause the video here and play around with these little push-ups, or you can just move quickly with me. Finishing on that side, now coming out of the pose. To transition out of the pose, you can do this any way that feels right for you. You can either just get up, if that's what feels right for you, or you can take the hands inside the thighs and point the fingertips towards the buttocks. As you do that, you then bend the knees just a slight amount and begin to push through the heels as you bring yourself up to standing. The feet come down to the floor, so you end up in Prasarita Padottanasana, but you're probably off your mat. You can play with that a little bit as I give you an instruction for an alternate way of getting out of the posture, where you take the knees to the backs of the upper arms, the palms on the ground. Lift your buttocks off the ground and then interlace the feet here, Bhujapidasana. Stay for 1 or 2 breaths, trying to straighten the arms as much as possible, and then straighten the legs out, pointing the toes, Titibhasana. To come out of this into Prasarita Padottanasana, just tip yourself slightly at the pelvis so the feet come all the way to the ground, and then inhale, arms up, palms touch, look up, come back to the front of the mat. Taking the weight of the body, bringing the hands behind you for a reverse prayer position, turn to face the back edge of the mat. Inhale, lift the front body, and exhale, descend over that back leg. Parshvottanasana. Inhale, rise yourself up. Exhale, turn to face the leg at the front of the mat. Lengthen the front body, and exhale, descend once more. The chin comes towards the front shin. Inhale, rise all the way up. Turn the toes to face the wide edge of the mat, and then step yourself back to the front of the mat in samastiti. Take the left hand high up onto the rib cage and reach the right arm out in front of you. Inhale, swing the leg up and grab the big toe. Keeping that front leg stretching and straight. If it feels right for you, you can bring the chin towards the front shin. Otherwise, just stay in this upright position, working to keep the standing legs straight and strong. Inhale, if you take the fold, release it now, and on the exhalation, open the leg out to the side, looking in the opposite direction. These poses are all about focus. And you think balance is something just for the body, but balance is something that happens in the mind when it's completely focused. Inhale, bring the leg back to center, a quick touchdown with the chin and the shin, and then release the foot as you stretch the arms up into the air. The toe is pointed here, the leg remains lifted. Don't drop the foot onto the ground as you bend the knee, bringing that foot into half lotus. Reach around behind you and take the bind. If you don't have the bind here, don't worry about it. Both arms come up. Otherwise, one arm comes up, and then exhale, fold. It may be the case you don't have half lotus yet, and so you're staying in a tree pose or just a simple almost half lotus standing position. This is also okay. Work with wisdom where you are today. Come back every day and get stronger. Inhale, lengthen the front body if you took the fold. Exhale here. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arm comes up, release the bind, bring the foot back to the ground. The right hand comes high up on the rib cage as you extend the left arm. Inhale, swing the left foot up and grab for the big toe. Keeping the legs straight here. On the exhalation, you can bring the chin toward the shin, but you don't have to. An advanced yoga practice isn't as much about advanced looking postures as it is about the advanced ability to stay connected to the breath and to stay focused the entire time. Inhale, release. Exhale, take the foot out to the side, looking in the opposite direction. Inhale, bring the leg back through center, a quick touchdown with the chin and the shin if it works for you. And then exhale, release the big toe. Don't worry if you're wobbly. Don't worry if you fall in and out. It's a practice, not a performance. The arms stretch up. The toe points and stretches away from you. Hold here. Power up the breath. And then without dropping the foot to the ground, take that leg into half lotus. Reach around behind you and grab for the bind. Inhale the opposite arm up, and then exhale, fold. We're taking whatever variation of this posture is right for your practice right now. Inhale, lengthen the front body if you took the fold, and exhale here. Inhale, the arm comes all the way back up as you rise up. Exhale, release the bind, come back to samastiti. The palms of the hands come together. We take a vinyasa and get ourselves down to the ground. Take just a moment here in your standing position, though, to regroup, reconnecting your mind to this ujjayi breath, feeling the rhythm of your heart, feeling the cellular energy of your body. Then inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the front body, and on an exhalation, take yourself back to push-up position. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come immediately to lie on your back in Shavasana. Let the inner thighs roll up towards the ceiling as the pinky toes descend down to the floor. Let the arms be stretched away from the body, especially if you have the space here. And let go of the practice as you allow your mind to surrender into the sensations of the body. You can take as much time as you need here, allowing your practice to end as is right for you. If you'd like to join me in the closing chant, feel free to come out of Shavasana and come into lotus or half lotus. Bring the palms of your hands together in prayer and let your eyes close. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena magena mahi mahisha go brahmanemya Shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a moment to salute the Guru that lives inside the hearts of each of us. Exhale, release your palms. Inhale, lift your head and open your eyes.